They say hindsight is 2020, and yeah, I don't have a lot of hindsight because it was like, in the previous two videos, I was on the fence of like why basically the adults, right, are saying, look, we don't want to give you our products, our creations because they're not toys, right? Even though they technically can be used for the purpose of being, video game machines, cell phone, video camera recording devices, all that stuff, all the processors, all the things that need those components, right? Which is, I'm gonna get into this topic, right? Um, Again, I did not watch the Streamer Awards, and I was watching this video by More Pegasus. And it's like, dude, it's a 40-minute one. I only got like I think halfway through, and then I just stopped because I'm burnt out, man. I'm sorry. More Pegasus has nothing to do with you. Your videos are fine, great, whatever. It's just like there's only so much of this shit I can take, man. Because I think I know the reason why, and I was being ignorant of it the entire time. But this is the way I see it. Even though Kai Cenat had like millions of people watching his stream when he played Elden Ring, as good as an advertisement as that was for the game, streamers, Kai Cenat very much included, are a detriment. Yeah, I said it. We don't need this kind of advertisement. But like, it's the freedom that pretty much everybody has because okay, you didn't say this to PewDiePie. You didn't say this to like, all the streamers from the beginning and they made, millions and millions of dollars. Why are you telling me this to me? I'm like one of the younger ones, blah blah blah. It's like, but look at your content, look at their content. Like if you are handing out PlayStation 5s, right? And you have every right to do that, but you're basically inciting a riot because you don't have enough PlayStation 5s in the small, very sparsely populated city of New York. New York City, New York State. Tommy, how does he not know that there's going to be a fucking riot because of that? But I think he knew and he wanted to because it's just going to make him more popular. And you see Kevin Hart. You see Kevin Hart doing the dance on Kai Cenat's stream? Dog, I didn't think about it, but it's like seeing Kevin Hart do that dance. Like there's a clip of him doing it, right? Um, just goes to show how out of touch and irrelevant adults are. Like they have to be phased the fuck out. These steroid, hopping, surgery having, fake ass motherfuckers passing pussy to each other like it's nothing, right? And then they have the fucking moral high ground and say, "Oh, you're polluting. You should like, lower your carbon emissions. Fucking fly on private jets. The hypocrisy they got. How many fucking cars they own? How many this? How many that? Doc, it's over." And like the streamers are echo of that. So I was watching this video by Asmongold, one that's like pretty recent today. What is it? Today is the 10th of December. Happy holidays, everybody. But I have some sad, well, it's not necessarily news because it technically happened 2 years ago. So I'm watching like the follow-up story on it. So I'm gonna get into the whole streamer awards in a second, but just let me touch on this because it's just like horrifyingly bad, right? And it's just like one of my lower. Yeah, it's only 14 minutes. This video, it's not that long. So basically, this streamer, this IRL streamer, whatever the fuck they want to call themselves, this fucking useless idiot, has a baby, and they're like living in a trailer park. And this is the unglamorous side that we don't see. Like we always hear about the success stories of streamers, Twitch streamers, this and that, OnlyFans, this and that, but we're hearing more and more often, especially testimonies from people who have experience in these occupations, that the money isn't there. It's not there like people think that it is. It's more likely like they're making a fraction of the money that they thought they would have made. Even then, like sometimes they're going in the red. So these it's everybody. It's the police force, it's ambulance, the fire department. I think they even brought like what do you call them, service dogs, right? Go to this trailer park, right? And they're like trying to figure out like what's wrong. They got this call of distress. The baby is lying unconscious in the crib, and whatever, right? So they're going in there to see, like, okay, if they can resuscitate, if they can, provide first aid. The baby's been dead for a month. Yeah, I couldn't handle it, man. I couldn't watch the end, like, to the end of that video. I mean, I praise Asmongold for bringing up these like things that I don't have the stomach for it, man. I really don't. Like I said in the previous video, not everybody should be having kids, man. Not everybody should be having kids. Like, this idea that we all are universally special, and it's like some kind of, like, picnic that we're all gonna, like, appreciate each other's children and shit. We have to appreciate natural selection, or more instances like this will happen. Like, a child, especially a 2-year-old child, is not like a pet that you leave in a boiling hot car just because you want to, like, get your nails done or some other fucking useless ass bullshit. Like, it's not just that these people weren't ready for parenthood. It's like this kind of absentee parentage. It's like, why? Why do we have a society and our parents and all these other people telling everybody to have kids when they know deep down inside that's not the way it should be? You should only have kids if you can have them. All right? Like, all too often you have parents who are basically paying for their kids' children, right? Everything from their occupation to the things that they need to buy for them. They're not raising their own kids. They're having their parents help them raise their kids. Now, was that different from my parents' generation? Yes. Yes, it was. But for some reason, these younger kids, these younger generations, think that it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Get your parents involved. Get your family involved. They can help you raise the kid. If you don't help me raise the kid that you did not ask for, that you don't know about until, like, this person brought them up to you, you're a bad person. And it's this whole shouldering and burdening of the guilt, which is it's just vapid, right? So the baby's been dead about a week, hysterically crying, some, like, trash, like, there's garbage all over the fucking trailer park. What do you, like, you know what I mean? Like, those trailer parks that you find in, like, Trailer Park Boys, those kinds, basically, those very not that accommodating houses, Now, that's the unglamorous side of it, like the side that basically you don't see or hear about until either they make the news or, they I don't know, do something. Maybe they never make the news. That's, like, irrelevant and unheard of until the day they die. And switching back to the streamer awards, right? So again, I didn't want to get involved because all the names are fucking dumb, dude, dumb. And the reason why I'm bringing up Kai Cenat is very, important. Okay. So the streamer awards happen, and they're doing that thing with the roasts, and then there's, like, young man. His name is Rakai. He's on camera. He's doing it himself. He's going into these places and stealing. Okay. So, on camera, right, with this evidence being presented, you can kind of, like, joke about it, be like, hey, are you gonna steal anything this time? What's the coolest thing you ever stole? I think that's what she said. And then the guy's like, I don't know, he's, like, fucking acting up, or this and that. Or I don't know, maybe he bit his lip during the awards, and then, like, afterwards he's trying to, like, toughen himself up, like, basically, live that, like, delusional lifestyle. And I had to look into it, like, how popular this guy. He's pretty popular. And again, hindsight is 2020. Okay. I see it now. I understand all too well why Nvidia doesn't want to make GPUs for consoles anymore. Because, if you're in on the fence, right, whether or not, like, Nvidia can make GPUs and make games run better, well, not only can they do that, but they've been a leader in, like, this field for quite some time. I'm guessing from early 2010s all the way up until now, they've been, like, basically the #1 go-to for GPU and, like, plugins, it's not 3 cars, it's GPUs. It's all GPUs now, right? And for them to pull they're pull out of the whole console business and then subsequently out of making, additional 3D cards because technically speaking, the 5 series has less tensor cores and less transistors. Basically, it's not as fast as the 4 series, especially the founder cards, which is, it's funny how like Nvidia comes out with like this really good 3D card, but they're like, "Oh, no, no, no. We gotta take it back. We gotta make them less capable." And then they release another one, same price and everything. It's just like it works it's less effective. You gotta buy them while they're hot. If you leave them on the table in the window for too long, the pie it cools down, doesn't taste as good. But they have a point though, like, and it isn't just the streamers, right? Oh, back to Rakai, right? So like, basically, my closing point on Rakai is you know that you're the last of your kind, and you've basically not only kicked the ladder from underneath you, but you set the entire staircase, ladders, all that wooden metaphors on fire, so that the younger generations not only can't follow in your footsteps, but like there's going to be a huge aftermarket for like used computer parts, like people who are just like, either fed up with streaming or they found something better, but they're like trying to keep it hush hush, and then they just want to give you like, what would be considered outdated, but you're paying top dollar for it, top money, and they're not alone. It's not just at the consumer; it's at the manufacturing level. Yeah, manufacturers are going to be shafted because it's like they don't have as much money as car manufacturers. They don't have as much money as governments. They don't have as much money as telecommunications, as banks, as all these people who have bought. Past tense, it's already purchased. They have it. The reason why it's going up in price is because of its scarcity. That's right. RAM, M2s. Yeah, M2s are actually going up in price too. So I was actually that's the cheapest I'm gonna be getting this M2 for at least the next 2 to 3 years, if not longer, if not longer. And with these revelations that I've come across, obviously like this one where the babies died, like it happened 2 years ago, and I don't really know or care to know like the individuals involved with it. But this whole streamer thing is just like another symptom of like the disease of these people. Like these people are irrelevant. They lack talent, and the only thing that keeps them afloat is the fact that a bunch of annoying ass kids with nothing to do with their lives, will just watch them. These empty people. And does that make them better than you and me? Well, I don't think so. In fact, they're the reason. They're the sole reason that these prices are going up. And as much as I want to hate the corporations, the companies, the manufacturers for making so much money by doing this, I can't help but think that, yeah, you're kind of right. Like I kind of see your point in this. Like it's only gonna get worse before it gets better, and even when it does get better, it's never gonna be the same like it was before. The trust is gone, the intelligence is gone. All these young people are using AI to basically fill in the blanks, answer every question that they've ever had, and then when confronted outside of their, usage of the internet, they gain anxiety and shit, right? So it had to happen. They brought it on themselves. Yeah, archive. You're in the right for stealing and shit, dumbass.